crazy out here in these gaming streets, man. What is an Xbox enthusiast to do? See if Thieves drop. I want to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk a little bit about why the answer directly for your boy isn't what's across the street. And if I don't like what's at my house, if I don't like what's across the street, what is an MM2K to do? We're going to get into that. And I'm going to introduce something to y'all. But before we get all deep into that, can you do your boy a huge favor? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the deal. It's your boy MM2K. Coming back with another one. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications, please. So you know when I'm dropping these doses straight up. I appreciate all of y'all. You know what I mean? Can't do this without y'all. All right, so here's the real dear Holyfield. All right. See if Thieves drop. Everybody's clowning it because of Metacritic. Some cats sitting there saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's a great game, it's fun. In my experience with the title, you know, because I was dealing with people that knew what they were doing, it was an interesting experience. I'm not going to completely say it was totally garbage, but it's something I'm not looking forward to get into because I like to do a lot of gaming by myself. You know what I'm saying? So even though I have Game Pass, I got it on the cheap. Got it for $2. I put it out there on Twitter for all of y'all. And I can hop on at any given moment. I downloaded everything. It don't pique my interest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going, you know, stick to really not playing it. You know, now if my Triple B brethren or somebody that I know really know what they doing, say, yo, MM2K, you want to hop on? Blah, 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 blah. I got the time. I'm home at a decent hour. I might hop on it. But besides that, no, forget about it. And that's the problem here with Microsoft games. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at a point now to where Sea of Thieves should not really be on the horizon. Here's why. Now, Microsoft in total, when the Xbox came, was the hardcore box. You always hear about that, right? Now, we've gone from putting out bangers like Night of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, to last gen, Mass Effect, BioShock. You always hear me talk about that. To now, Sea of Thieves? when the community is thirsty for something, a banger? Come on, man. Now, if you notice something about those games that I mentioned previously, you know what they are? They are all second-party deals. Very rarely does Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, capture the audience in totality with the first-party deal. A new one. That's not their shebang. They're not Sony. And that's all right. They ain't got to be Sony. I did not become an Xbox fan because I said, ooh, look what they're doing. They're doing it just like Sony, but just in a bigger box. No. Microsoft understands that they are better off working with talent that's already developed to give them exclusive content. And if they like what's going on, you know what I'm saying? If the title has a successful lineup, a successful series, then they acquire it, they buy it, and that's okay. But you don't see none of those AAA bangers like I've mentioned previously from Microsoft's generation. You've seen some attempts at some decent games and they didn't do well financially because, you know, some of it was media buys, the 1080p gate with Quantum Break and all this stuff. Quantum Break is a good game. And Rise was a decent game too. It was the whole thing with the Kinect and all that other stuff. But with that being said, we got to be honest. We got to be fair here. These were not AAA bangers. These were not genre-defining games, okay? Now, to continue on from that, you know, The Godfather, Next Gen 720, been kicking Microsoft's back and let them know about themselves, you know what I'm saying? And in response to that, him and Phil had, you know, they had some peaceful tweets going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Real civil. Where Phil said pretty much that he understood where Z was coming from, but pretty much it wasn't something that he was thinking about, you know, because Z has been asking for more mature games, visually and as far as themes are concerned. And no, not mocap. Where the hell that come from? Not mocap. We talking about photorealistic games with some serious hardcore themes, like a Mass Effect or a BioShock. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like Microsoft is trying to steer away from that with the more family-friendly, you know what I'm saying, ambiance. Now, when Phil said it was something to think about, we took it as okay, this is a step in the right direction. But immediately thereafter making those comments, Inside Xbox dropped, and then we realized that Phil's comments was basically sarcasm. Because what he was saying to us was, oh, well, we got mature stuff coming out. Sea of Thieves and Crackdown is a little bit more, not Sea of Thieves, but State of Decay and Crackdown is a little bit mature than Sea of Thieves. It's just the timing. So basically he was saying, man, hush your mouth, man, come on. Let's see if these drop, and then State of Decay was good. But here's the thing, here's my problem with them games. State of Decay is a AA game, alright? And Crackdown is barely a AAA game. Crackdown's purpose was never to sit there and make everybody go crazy, alright? It was a mediocre game when it first released. The second one was, you know what I'm saying? The first one was just there to introduce the co-op, and it was like a entryway into, I think, the release of Halo 3. You know what I mean? So it was never like a big banger. We're talking about big bangers. You know, the ponies was putting more emphasis on Crackdown, you know what I'm saying, than we were really, you know. So again, Microsoft fell short in delivering on what it is needed, what the community is thirsting for. Now, on the flip side of that, y'all might be saying, well, MM2K, look across the street, like next gen's like, yo, I'm on hiatus for a little bit to these mugs, you know, do it, you know, do what they need to do. And my thing is, that's not good enough for me. Primarily, look, let me explain something to you, man. I done told y'all from the grip, I don't like what Sony do over there. I don't do aesthetically pleasing. That's not what gets my gamer IQ flowing and all my gamer juices rolling. You know what I'm saying? I don't do aesthetically pleasing. Because to me as a gamer, someone that's been gaming since '84, it seems that since the PS2, Sony really hasn't tried anything first party action wise outside of the same old recycled Last of Us / Uncharted or Heavy Rain genre. You know what I'm saying? They haven't really tried to influence anything groundbreaking outside of that same framework. You know what I mean? And then they don't do what Microsoft do, second party wise. They just influence their first parties to do stuff. And second party wise, they just go and they rely on Japanese titles that, let's be honest here, through nativist practices, they will never see the light of day on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And when people say, hey, Japanese games won't sell on Xbox, that's baloney. I, for one, as an Xbox enthusiast, love Japanese RPGs. I've been playing them since before most of y'all been born. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see some decent ones on the Xbox. And Monster Hunter World put an end to that garbage that Japanese games cannot sell on the Xbox, okay? So, me looking across the street, particularly at God of War, man, it's Last of Us / Uncharted with the God of War paint on it. I mean, we've seen articles talking about how the gameplay was being reduced to help focus more on the dramatic, you know what I'm saying, output to the gamer. Man, that's some emo stuff, man. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the answer isn't across the street. Okay. So the question is, MM2K, you bugging. It's, you know, if you don't like Microsoft or you don't like Sony, what the hell you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna quit gaming? No. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to my second home. The PC. And no, Microsoft, I don't want to play your shit here, okay? I don't go to PC to play console games. Your games still feel like console games on the PC. I'm not playing your shit on the PC. PC games are more out there. They got more challenge. They're more diverse. They're more unique. If I want to play your games, I'll get them on the console. Right now, you're not dropping anything that's really groundbreaking, that's really grabbing my attention. So, there it is for your boy. You know what I'm saying? And there it is for the listening public. Microsoft, I want you to do better. It's embedded somewhere in that DNA of whatever residue is left in Microsoft. Phil, I get it. Gaming is like a filling of the heart to you. But before you completely kill the brand, and I know people are like, oh, MM2K, chill out, E3 ain't here yet. But you know what? We know where this ship is going. Let's keep it real. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be the first one to eat crow and say, you know what, Phil, I'm wrong. That coffee shop moniker, man, I'm sorry, man. Take it back. But you know what? We know where this ship is going. Come on. The writing is on the wall, and we keep saying wait till Gamescom, wait till Comic-Con, wait till TokyoCon, wait till Con Air, whatever the hell. We know where this is going. This is service-based for all. And this is not why we hopped on the Xbox. And as long as Xbox, even though they're not making as much revenue as Sony, for every dollar they invest, they're making more rate of return. For instance, Sony is putting double the output out in games, but they're not seeing double the receipts of revenue. Not even last quarter. They didn't see twice as much revenue as Microsoft did on the gaming division, because Microsoft has made investments, because they can afford to do that, to where their gaming revenue is going to be a little bit more beefier for each dollar they invest. So because of that, and Matt said this, man, big up to the real masculine Triple B brethren. He said as long as they're making money, and they're making money like this, even if they are quote unquote in second place, the rate of return for their investors is nice. They're not changing their tune for that, cause y'all keep buying their stuff. Y'all keep buying their stuff and damn it controlling their garbage. So, with that being said, they have their game plan. We know where the ship is going. Unless Phil just wakes up one day and has a change of heart. Oh man, yeah, that hardcore that I was detesting for a little bit, that I wanted to sway away from. Man, we need to service them, man. We need to do them right, man. We need to have line up for them consistently to get them that fanfare. Until he gets into that mind state, we know where this ship is going. And across the street for your boy ain't gonna do it, because I like games that have gameplay at mine. I have beat Uncharted, games like Last of Us on PlayStation like it's nothing. Like, that's not gonna work for me. Aesthetically pleasing does not work for your boy. I need challenge, because after some time, the aesthetically visual stuff that happens on screen gets boring, and it's about, okay, where is the challenge? So, I'm going back where I can get best of both worlds. I may not have the interconnectivity with the community that I like, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens on PC, but I can get the best of both worlds the best way I can, which is PC. So I'll be doing a lot of PC gaming until Microsoft steps its game up, and I'll be streaming a lot of that stuff too. I've been wanting to do that anyway, but I imagine that a lot of my focus was going to be on the X. But I want to see, I'm thirsting for some genre defining stuff. And even though I like multiplats more than anything this gen, the things that always bring the generation forward has always been the exclusives. Here's why. Because not only do they get the investment from the, if it's a second party exclusive, just think about this. Second party exclusives really get good service if they're really good. Because they not only get investments in sources from within, but they also get investments in resources heavily from the console makers. And that's why BioShock and Mass Effects were possible. And that's why they moved the genre so far ahead, because of that fact. So until I get my thirst quenched with stuff like that, I'll just be rocking it out on PC. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Microsoft, like my man Next Gen would say, this ain't the answer, Sway. Y'all need to figure this thing out. You know what I mean? And hopefully you do understand that it's very vital for you, especially after the reaction to see the Thieves Chief, that is very vital for you to recapture the mind share of the original Xbox base, which is no one else but the hardcore. And I said from your boy MM2K, you know what I'm saying? Hey, tell me what you think about what I'm spilling in the comment section below. Like I always tell you, you can come with me, you can come at me. It don't even matter to your boy. And if you do like the material, you know where to find me. I'm on the corner of every boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on the links below. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I do a show with your peoples. TRS, Killer Hill. It's called Scram Punks. We are now on iTunes as well, but check out the link to that for more information. Check out the PNTSnetwork.com. And last but not least, support my brethren, the Broadband Bullies. We doing the damn thing, you know what I'm saying? We ain't to be messed with, man. Bang, bang. Big ups to the crew. Check out the Patreon. We can't do this without your support. And as always, Microsoft, just get your goddamn act together. And you guys have a wonderful gaming day.